No, I actually have 25.
Okay.
I have 25. And because I don't think Steve added any since he came back in.
He
Just
did. He
one.
added two.
Hell no.
He added two?
No, one. Hell no
Well, then
from
it's
One.
26 then. Where did he
Valadi
put it?
Road.
No?
Yeah, no.
All
It's a
right.
no.
So I have
One.
18.7. 18.8, sorry.
Okay. I have the 8. So that's why I figured I missed one.
Yeah.
So I have 17. So it will be 18.8.
Yeah. 18.8. So 8 people said yes, it can be repaired, fixed. And 18 said no, it cannot. All right. That's our poll this morning. Guys, excuse me for two minutes, right? I just want to run out there to deal with
All
a
right.
situation.
Of course, you can join us on our Zoom link. We're streaming right now on YouTube. Just look for Paul 102 FM and you'll get it. And on the right hand side by the chat, you can send us hellos as well as click on our Zoom link and you join our discussion. I also want to call Diane Henderson. I'm going to do that now. I'll let her tell you exactly what happened. So I'm going to make that call while you guys, while you join our YouTube link. And of course, Diane is the president of the Olympic Committee. All right. So she has some, well, I'll let her tell you. I don't know what to say again. All right.
So just in case you missed it, our poll this morning was, do you think reconciliation is possible between Farley Augustine and Watson Duke? Of course, if you also just joined us, you'd have missed the fact that Watson Duke has posted on his Facebook page as the leader and founder of the PDP that 3 deputy political leaders have been removed, which is Faith B. Israel, Farley Augustine, and one other person whose name escapes me at this point. Of course, Faith B. Israel and Farley Augustine, in terms of the PDP, are 2 of the main figures that had given it a certain level of respectability. Because I know certainly when we interviewed Faith, she was very articulate. And we had really liked her. She had come in, I think she had come in, or we had spoken to, no, she had come in to Power 102 in the early days, and we were very impressed with Faith Israel. I think she had accompanied Watson Duke.
She came in with Watson Duke, yes.
Yeah, the first time we met her.
Yeah.
And we felt
that's when she had lost her seat then, but he brought her back in as a counselor.
Yeah.
After.
And we felt she was a credit to the team.
Yeah.
As was Farley Augustine, because Farley Augustine is very articulate, very bright young man. And we also felt he was a credit to the team. So my personal opinion is that Watson Duke is the one who may be fighting the fight or in a battle that he may think he's going to win and may not.
All right. Well, gentlemen, I do have Ms. Diane Henderson online. Good morning, Diane. How are you? And welcome to Power 102.
Recording in progress.
Hi, morning.
Morning. Of course, you're the new president of the Trinidad Olympic Committee.
Yes.
I haven't said anything, so I'll let you do the honors.
Oh, okay. All right. So thank you for having me so early. What's happening is that late last night, our office on Abercrombie Street was broken into, where the perpetrators stole our server. These are tower units or for computer and information transfer. This is very unfortunate, and we are extremely, hurt about this because of the fact that this is everything for us to facilitate our work. And we have the Commonwealth Youth Games coming up next year. And, work has already started. The staff are, over and beyond upset about this. And, it impacts all our ability to really work for the young people and the athletes of Trinidad and Tobago. We really appeal to the person who have taken these units as well as those who may purchase for metal or whatever reasons it was taken, that they be returned or you know, whatever. We really would appreciate getting these units back, so that we can, you know, continue our work. And you know, that's the gist of it.
Wow. What time did they break into the building?
This would have been between 11 and 12, maybe last night, given an approximate time.
Wow.
So, yes.
Is there camera footage at all of the break-in? How did you all know the place was broken into?
Because the entry point is quite visible to the back of the building. So security has been there since. We have a security emergency center. So they called and informed us, advised us that there was movement, and this is how we were alerted in usual fashion. And we immediately went to the building and went through the whole process with police, and the scanning operation continued throughout the night. Yes, there's some footage on the corner of the building, and we're hoping that the police can get something from that.
So at the time that the guys were in the place, were you all alerted at all so that the police could have responded? I'm assuming it's guys, eh? It might have been girls.
And I cannot tell you exactly when, if it is they were still in the building. However, I believe they were. One person may have been present when ran off when the security arrived. So that's about what I know that I can say.
Where is the building located, Ms. Henderson?
121 Abercrombie Street, opposite Lord Harris Square.
Mm-hmm. Right up the road from here.
Oh.
Yes, we are aware that there have been an increase in the theft of units and so around buildings in the area for metal or whatever. Those what has been happening recently around the country.
Mm-hmm.
But so I'm not. You know, the purpose of it is not the point. The point about it is that our immediate call for, you know, this information is these units are primarily information that we need to do our business, and it impacts how we can facilitate the youth and the athletes of our country, and we really would appreciate that. You know, if somebody is approached about purchasing a unit, that, you know, they do not do so, and that the units could be returned. If anybody hears this call, that the units can be returned.
Were those the only items taken? Because I'm trying to follow a break-in targeting those particular items in terms of its value to anyone.
You know, there may have been some athlete wear clothing that is sponsored athlete wear. We're not sure exactly in the amount yet. We have to go through thoroughly this morning. But the idea is that we do not see. I don't know if they didn't get sufficient time or what, but there isn't much. We don't leave any of our laptops and stuff like that in the office. So those things were not there. So this maybe would have been the main thing that was of interest. So
you know, I'm trying to establish if it's a random break-in, or if you were targeted for something in particular. Now. That's what I'm trying to establish.
What I could do is give you a little history. Over the last 3 months, maybe from in June, mid or June. They've had some theft on the outside of the building of the condensers for air conditioning units as well as the water pumps. And so it follows with that maybe that they saw a need to continue to pursue the building. I believe there are other buildings in the area that have been also targeted. So it is not only ours, but this is what has happened. And following those other thefts externally, there's no air conditioning in the building right now, and we have chosen to, make alternative arrangements, if you would put it that way.
Yeah. All right. Well, Diana, keep us posted. Let us know if anything is recovered, pretty much.
Yes, thank you so much.
All right.
For allowing us.
No problem. Take care.
Thank you very much.
All righty. As president of the China Big Olympic Committee, Diane Henderson.
Recording stopped.
Adrian Joseph, good morning to you. Thank you so much. Kazim Mohammed, good morning. He said, good morning, gentlemen. Cows don't have penises. Thank you, Kazim. Just saying that. Troy, good morning to you. All right. Of course, we are on YouTube, so you could join us on our YouTube. You can say hi as well on the chat, of course, and as well as on the chat, you'll see the link to join us. You'll see Power 102 FM Zoom link, and just click on it. And you can come on for a couple of minutes. Just make sure the volume for whatever devices are off. Is that the birthday? Hold on. That's connecting to audio there. While she comes on, is that Carol Guevara? Oh, that's taking forever. Hold on, connecting to audio. Carol, can you hear me? Good morning. Oh, still connecting to audio.
Hey, look who.
Yeah. Birthday girl herself.
It take a whole birthday to get Carol to join the show.
I think she,
Talking.
hold on, Carol. Yeah, you're connecting
Yeah,
to audio
connected.
still. Love our internet system here. Yeah, she can hear us, but we can't hear her until it's all connected.
Where is that behind Carol's head? It's looking like a set of Q-Tech something.
Yeah, it's looking like one of those little bottles of alcohol.
Is it? Is either bottles of alcohol or bottles of nail
No,
polish?
Richard, is that little bottles of alcohol behind Carol's head there? You're the expert here.
Richard, watch it. Richard, are those bottles of alcohol or bottles of Q-Tex? Carol, you're hearing us, but we're not hearing you.
Yeah, 'cause she's still connecting to audio.
Yeah.
Yeah. And like Richard is not
having-
even hearing
like
us as well.
Carol having internet problems like the head of the Barrier Commission. What's Richard watching at?
I don't know.
Or you do not on purpose?
All right. Carol, I don't know what to tell you. You're still connecting to audio, so you stay there right there. We'll take some
Yeah,
calls
she's
by the
having
time.
internet problems.
Yeah, 222-8255, 612-8255. Of course, you join us on Zoom like Carol's doing right now. She's just connecting to audio. It's her birthday today. All right.
Oh, happy
You tell us
birthday,
hi.
Carol.
There you go, Carol. Happy birthday to you. Oh, she's stuck.
She fruit. No, she's not.
Carol, can you hear us? Yeah, you're connected. Go ahead. No, we're not hearing you. You're connected, but we're not hearing you.
No water in Pinto Road, Arima. Wassa. Gone since Sunday.
Well, Oliver Manwaring, you're good, you know. Good morning to you, Oliver Manwaring. Ruben says, let me tell you what Ruben says. He says that sign says salon, not bar. I didn't see no salon there, but we can check. All right, so let's take some calls. Got some calls coming through. Good morning.
Good morning, Steve.
Morning, Jem. How are you?
Morning, Richard.
Good morning, Gemma. Wendell, Gemma is telling you good morning.
Morning, Gemma. Go ahead.
I just called to tell her good morning.
Okay.
All right.
Yes,
And
yes.
we
Nice to hear from you,
appreciate it.
Gemma.
Richard,
Yeah, Gemma.
hello. How you
How
going?
you going, Gemma?
Let me hanging in. You know, when I wake up in the morning, is a winner.
Yep.
I'm hanging
Absolutely.
in another 100%, but thanking God for life.
Nice.
No?
Yes, yes, Gemma quoting there. No, that's voice.
Yeah.
That's
No.
voice.
I say, I'm talking what voice say.
Yes,
When you wake up
yes.
in the morning is a winner.
You're very right.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes, I thank God for life. Not 100%, but thank God to be alive. Okay?
All right, Gemma. Take care.
Yes, okay then. Have a blessed day.
All right, Jem. Thank you so much.
Yes,
Take
Steve.
care. All right.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Okay. Bye.
Let's say good morning going out to Anthony Tinto. Good morning to you. And DS Lip Celeste. Good morning. Hi, Mrs. R here. Oh, that's you, Mrs. R. Morning. Carol Guevara, can you hear us now and can you speak to us? And Ayana is online as well. Good morning to you, Ayana.
Carol, like she went by the hairdresser for her birthday.
Yeah, I don't know.
She's unmuted, but we're not hearing her.
Okay. Ayana, you there? And Carol, can you hear us? Carol?
I think she's frozen again.
Oh, she is. Ayana, good morning.
No, she's not
This
frozen.
is
I
where you
seen her
speak,
lips
Ayana.
moving.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but you know your video is off.
Yes.
Why?
Intentionally.
No. If you're coming on Zoom, you have to put your camera on. That's the rule.
Oh,
That's the rule.
give me one moment.
You take the moment while I take this call here. Good morning, caller.
Hi, Carol here. I don't know what went wrong. I was hearing you all, but clearly not hearing me.
We
We weren't hearing you at all.
But thanks for the effort any which way and happy birthday to you.
Thank you very much.
What time you in?
Anytime you want. Anytime after 5. I'm heading south now for the day, and I'll be back home by about 5 o'clock.
All right. So everybody is
Who
invited, right?
Who you have down south?
You mind any woman?
I am from
Yes.
South. All my family in South, you know. So I'm heading down by my aunt for the day today in Marabella.
All right, we just checking.
That's a Mako, eh?
And when those bottles you're seeing, they are not alcohol bottles. It's nail polish. You're seeing I'm in my daughter's salon.
You see, I said I was
I
correct.
find it
the
looked
first
like
time.
alcohol bottles, and I was waiting for Richard to confirm.
I was correct
No.
the first time, Carol. I did say it looks
Yes.
like nail polish.
I know you did. So maybe next week I'll get the audio to work. I don't know what went wrong, but
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out.
yeah. So
All right,
I'm
well, you
heading
have-
out now.
You have a great day and be safe and stay left except to overtake when you're driving.
Thank you, and I will. Bye bye.
All right.
All right, bye-bye, Carol.
Richie Rich, Mrs. R says, hi, Richie, with a bunch of kisses. All right, Ayana, we ready for you? You ready for us?
Hi, Mrs. R.
Ayana is on mute. Deborah Greaves, good morning. Nail polish, Wendell. No one says Q-Tex.
Deborah,
Oh,
we from old school, you know.
clearly. Got some Q-Tex on your nails there, boy. Ayana, where are you, girl? All right. 222 Talk, 612 Talk. Of course, yeah, nobody says Q-Tex anymore. You know, it's like having a Hotmail account. When somebody says Richard Ragoobarsingh at Hotmail, you know he real old.
There are many people still have no accounts.
Yep, a lot of people have
Making
Hotmail.
it sound as if it's
I
an
haven't.
isolated thing. It's not an isolated thing at all. Endless people have Hotmail accounts.
Yeah, the older folks have Hotmail accounts. I know.
Because they just didn't change it to Outlook.com.
They never got hacked.
Huh?
They never got hacked.
Well, hacking is not just about your account. Hacking is about your password, the robustness of your password.
No, but Hotmail, or almost all Hotmail's accounts were being hacked at one point in time.
Because people didn't have good passwords.
I always have a very good password.
Yeah, you can't crack my passwords at all.
I always have a very good password.
Yeah.
Is that Ayana there?
It's Ayana. Good morning, Ayana.
Good morning.
How are you? Thank you so much for joining us on our Zoom link and our YouTube channel as well.
The Zoom connection is specifically for the question you're asking, or it's just for...
No, you can raise any issue you want to talk about.
Raise the issue. Come on. So you're
us
now a
about
co-host.
yourself.
Go ahead.
Okay, well, I just simply came on to find out what is going on with the water in Maracas and Joseph, Luengo Village, to be specific.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't had water. Well, I have a property up there. They haven't had water up there for over 2 months. And
Where is this?
Luengo Village, Maracas and Joseph.
All right, let's make a call. Making the call one time. We're going to find out.
Thank you.
I'm going to put him on the spot.
So how are you all surviving without water for 2 months, Ayana?
Well, it's difficult because where the house is, it's on a hill, and we have access roads. For some persons have access roads. Other people, a truck cannot necessarily go into these spaces where people live if it's very far from the main road. So people are coping at this point in time. So we really, really need something done.
Were you all usually, was water usually problematic in that area, or is this unusual?
So it's very unusual, especially during the rainy season. Yeah. Because we actually have at the top of the hill, we have our own water supply, our own
storage
reservoir.
Yes. Yeah, because you'll have some springs coming through the hill.
Right. Well, I didn't get who I was calling. Just tell me exactly where it is again. Let me write it down.
Right.
Luengo Village,
Maracas, St. Joseph.
All right.
Right, and it's over 2 months now. So people are being.
All right. So you'll go on our app, on our message board. You know how to get onto our message board via our app or our website, right?
I'll figure it out.
And just send me your full name and telephone number.
Okay, great. Thank you so much.
Because I can't put you aside to get it. So do that for me. So when I send it to WASA, they have a contact.
Okay, great.
You're only taking calls about water, though, Ayana, from Steve.
Exactly.
She didn't realize what I was saying.
I almost answered it. I'm holding it back.
Oh, Lord.
All right, Ayana.
All right, Ayana. Thank you so much for being part of our show. And hopefully let us know how it is rectified.
Yes, I will. Thanks so much, and you all have a great day.
You too. All the best to you.
Are you one of the contestants in the Miss World Trinidad leg?
I'm sorry?
Are you one of the contestants? Okay. Bye-bye.
I want to say something there, but bite your tongue, Steve. Bite your tongue.
That's exactly how it's trouble to start. Throw line and then you get thrown and all hell break loose.
Good morning, Trini Jam.
Lyrics by Wendell. Yeah, lyrics.
Yeah, boy.
I was watching the contestants in today's paper. She looks like one of them.
Oh, yeah. That's the line you're going with now. All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Ayana. So send me your contact information. Trini Jam,
Sabita,
good morning to you. Okay, Ruben is going to read that and try to rectify
Pretty Duckies is getting in trouble,
Paul, oh gosh.
Let's welcome Derek Cornwall to our Zoom link. Good morning.
Pretty Duckies is already get you in trouble. Although you swear up them last week. You see how easy?
Not again, no, not again.
Derek, good morning.
I'm just being friendly.
All right, Derek is not hearing us as yet. Mrs. R, well, Mrs. R, clearly we
A lot of
will
girls
have hot meal.
Some of the girls that I saw were very pretty for this year's
Could you hear me?
I think so too.
Yes, Derek. Where are you?
Your left arm getting chopped off by your green screen, but that is all right.
Yeah, you're one-handed. Morning to you, Derek. How are you?
Derek, looking like you flying a helicopter soon.
I'm good. Are you all? Are we good?
Yeah. We're hearing you loud and clear.
He's a bit delayed though, that's why. He's
There's
getting us delayed.
There's a delay in the audio though. Like
Yeah, I figure so. But you can talk. If you have a contribution to make, just go ahead and make your contribution. So you can continuously talk.
Yeah.
You can go ahead, Derek.
Okay. What I would say this morning is that this thing with Watson Duke, this issue with Watson Duke,
all right, Derek.
But
I think you better log off and rejoin. I think you have
But
some
you
issues there.
see how he pulled back there like Bill Clinton?
just give me 1 second.
Oh, you know, Bill Clinton pulled back in.
I'm not going
there,
there, Richard. Do not go there, Richard. Do not.
I think you need to check out your headphones, Derek. You may have a latency problem.
Yeah, Derek, don't listen on YouTube. Just listen on the Zoom link.
Yeah, I think that was probably the issue.
Yeah, listen on Zoom, not YouTube. Go ahead.
Yeah. So what I was saying was that I think Watson Duke has ambitions that extend beyond the THA, and this move by him to criticize his own team, if you will, is a popularist type of thing, because he's clearly looking at that those 2 seats in the parliament, and that's his next step. And if you think back to the history of the party, and it was just a series of populist sort of stunts and measures, him saying, before the election that he would give everybody a period, or he'd give everybody some gratuity or some bonus, whatever it is, without even formulating what that would have looked like, or so that's the history, in my view, of how he has approached politics. And I think this is just in line with his strategy that he's been.
You're right. He's always trying to present himself as a man of the people, not part of the establishment. Even if the establishment is part of my team, I'll bring them down. But it's part of a wider plan. And I think he also knows that he has to reposition his image nationally, because he doesn't have the best national image. So if he, and I'm using this word very guardedly, sacrifices Fally Augustine for the man on the street, and because he's taking out the champion of the role, the man, the Tobagonians in New York who are stranded, and the establishment should have done more for them, yada yada yada. He positions himself as the champion, the person of the street, the poor man, but I don't think that will take a lot for us to reposition himself as that. Yeah. He has too many question marks and unanswered questions.
Yeah, and I think Derek might be right, because he clearly has those Tobago seats in line, and because he tried in Trinidad the other day and give away bread and all kind of thing, and he realized the people in Trinidad is a different kettle of fish, he has refocused his efforts back in Tobago. But I don't know if he, well, again, as I say, it's difficult. It's a difficult fight for Fally Augustine to win with somebody like Watson Duke. It's a difficult fight because Watson Duke ain't giving up. He biting and scratching and kicking and spitting and doing all kind of thing. He don't care. You understand? As long as he get hold of you, that is what he's going to do. And I'm afraid he has gotten hold of Fally. He has gotten Fally Augustine to step out of his crease, and once Fally get there, the bail's going.
I don't necessarily agree. I don't think Fally is stupid. I think he's a bright guy, as is Faith Be Israel. And I'm sure they will also be doing their own analysis of what Watson Duke's moves are.
But how do you think Richard, Wendell, and Derek,
in terms of their political future? Can I finish my sentence?
How are they going to, as part of what you're going to answer, how are they going to reconcile not being deputy political leader, or does it matter at all? I don't
think it matters while you're a member of the THA.
Okay.
Because I don't think Watson Duke has any power to remove Fally Augustine as chief secretary.
No, he wouldn't.
Unless a vote of no confidence is done.
Exactly. And
he could get assemblymen to do that. Watson Duke is powerful enough, influential.
Well, I don't know that he is powerful enough.
Right. I also don't know if he's powerful enough. He may try.
I mean, we're all speculating at this point. But I will say is I think Farley and Faith B. Israel certainly are intelligent young people, and so I think they will analyze and move accordingly.
Derek, do you think Watson has been able to make any progress in
going to be written off because Watson Duke is a bit of a bully in terms of how he advocates for his way?
Yeah, I don't know that thinking, you know, his thinking may not you know, the focus on Trinidad, right? But he's been on the East-West corridor. I personally have seen one or two individuals with like that you know, the black t-shirt that he has, you know, and you know, people talk about just the you know, giving out bread and all these different things. But I think he's not a stupid guy, and I think he knows that his political future really depends on those two seats. And if he could bring those two seats, to remove those first of all from the PNM, and then bring that now to some sort of or use that as a bargaining chip in you know, in some sort of an arrangement with some other party. Because I recall him in the past saying that, you know, he wants to be the kingmaker, right? Yeah. And then that gives him that additional leverage. So I think, you know, he doesn't, all of this, you know, activities in Trinidad may just be to sort of cement or to bolster the reputation of the PDP as a national party. Unlike,
and also it could be that he's realized I have to refocus, because I may not be gaining the kind of ground I thought in Trinidad, because remember, he was assigned to Trinidad as part of their plan.
Mm-hmm.
And now it seems that he's refocusing on Tobago as his real leverage point, because I really don't think, this is just my opinion, what Duke has any smither of a chance in Trinidad.
And you really feel, in my humble opinion, you see me, I'll probably get in trouble for saying this, but I don't care. Watson Duke building a bank. That's what he's doing. So all them trips and all kind of thing, he is building a bank, a financial bank. That is what he's doing. He did it with PSA. He's doing it again with THA. He is going to build himself into such a financially secure position that he could say and do what he wants. That's what he's doing. I don't trust nothing Watson Duke do.
No,
I'm worse yet Vanilla Allen topic.
No, I would take let's say, for the sake of being devil's advocate, right? I would say perhaps that maybe in Watson Duke's mind, this is necessary in order to, because I think his role in Trinidad in terms of what the THA would have, or what he was the role he was appointed to do, right? Or the responsibilities given was really to build that relationship between Trinidad and Tobago. So, you know, issues surrounding the you know, internal self-government, etc. And maybe in his mind, his thinking is that, you know, well, Tobago needs you know, stronger you know, representation at the cabinet level, you know, and to have that sort of an input at you know, to be members of the cabinet, for instance. And that's really the approach that would really bring about that, so that maybe his current machinations, if you will, however spontaneous they might have been, might be with that in mind, and he is simply trying to position himself, obviously, for Tobago East, and maybe somebody else for Tobago West, as being, you know, the in the minds of the people, the kind of representation that they want. Somebody who's not afraid to stand up in a two-party situation that you're sharing power and say, well, you know, this is not right, and I've done it before with my own party, and I'll do it with any other party.
But let's bring in absolute power does, eh? Absolute power corrupts you absolutely, and you're seeing that happening in Tobago right now. That's what
let's bring in Lincoln Foxtrot into our Zoom link and our YouTube channel. Good morning to you, Lincoln.
Good morning, gentlemen. Good morning.
Good morning, Lincoln.
How are you?
I'm good. I just popped in there for a minute just to point out two things, but I don't want to distract all your conversations. So you all go ahead. But what I would contribute to that Watson Duke situation is that this may be the beginning of the end.
Of what?
Of the PDP.
Nah, they have too much power right now. They might end when the 4-year term come to an end. but they wouldn't end in the middle of the 4-year term. They have 14 of the 15 seats.
And political parties always have internal strife, always.
Yeah.
UNC, PNM, PDP, political parties, COP always have internal stripes and battles for leadership, always.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember it happening between Mr. Manning and Dr. Rowley. I remember it happening between Kamala and Pandey. So you're probably right. They probably just want to do another one of those.
Yeah, they'll survive it. As I say, they'll last their term of office. Whether they get a second term is debatable, but they will last their term of office because they have too much power right now. So
I can't help but think
I said it before, and I'm going to say it for the benefit of YouTube. You cannot win a spraying match with a skunk. You can't win it. So I want to be able to watch. Huh?
A spraying match with a skunk.
You can't win.
All right.
Farley Augustine will learn the hard way. He will have to cool it. He and Faith and them will have to chill out and just ride out the term.
But I'm hearing something. I'm hearing something in the grapevine. I'm hearing that this entourage of people went for a particular event, but they left after the event happened anyway.
I tell all you, anything with Wendell Allen Toppin have trouble in it. She has no right around politics and politicians ever again. How could she even be considered by the THA as carrying a contingent of people to New York? How could that ever be considered?
But unless you're the Prime Minister, I could understand your entourage being 30. What it is that you went to so that you had to carry up a section, a platoon of people?
They went to dance, Lincoln.
Oh, they went to dance. There's a
dance group.
Okay.
It's a dance
but
group.
I understand that the event that they went for had already gone when they left. I don't know how true that's why I hear it. Right? So we need to maybe do some investigation to find out what date did they leave and when was the dance event that they were supposed to go to.
Let me tell you something. I also said it this morning. All that Farley said, reference to this group going, I agree with him totally. You can't just give people money, carte blanche, to travel abroad and you didn't even endorse the trip. It's another trip that the THA didn't. So when Watson Duke is saying that he blaming the THA for it, Watson Duke knows very well the THA didn't endorse that trip. He knows that.
Correct.
So I agree with
Well, that is not true because Mr. Augustine said the THA committed to $400,000 to the trip. So that is an endorsement of some kind. You cannot say they didn't endorse it. They may not have agreed to pay for all the costs of the trip, but you cannot say they didn't endorse it. Because paying $400,000 of the bill means that at some level they approved of the trip at some level.
And which also might prove, Paul, that Farley and the THA were bullied into putting out money to that.
Where you get that from? Where that come out from? How that could be? Where you get that from? How does it jump in your head as a possibility?
Paul, you're playing, you know who you're dealing with?
Wendell, send the Dakarina. You're stressing me. Send the Dakarina. All of a sudden, you make a reach from $400,000 support to being bullied. Really?
Yes. Because if I read what Farley Augustine said, they committed to at least doing the invoices, to helping them out. So, but you already
they gave a promissory note of $400,000.
But you already in New York, according to Watson, you already in New York in a rat-infested, cockroach-infested basement.
Well, again, the organizers knew they asked for $700,000 as the cost for the trip. We don't know the breakdown of the cost, whether that included airfare, hotel accommodation, ground transportation, meals. What we know from the information in the public domain is that the trip cost $700,000 apparently, and the THA, approved by Mr. Augustine, approved $400,000 to underwrite that level of it.
Let me read over this.
We also heard that because of the timelines, invoices could not have gone out, and they made a promissory note to the travel agency.
Let me read over this paragraph in case you forget it. These are the words of Farley Augustine. Before the team left here, Mrs. Allen Toppin assured us that she had their accommodation booked and everything was in place for where they were to stay. What does that mean?
That means that they had accommodation booked. Don't the THA pay for it?
Right. So, and I'm saying if the trip costs 700,000, the THA say they will help out with 400,000. You don't think the 300,000 would have been to ensure the place booked and paid for already? So
I don't know what the 400,000 would have been assigned to.
No, so the 300 extra, because 700 is the trip. So
you don't know that. You're presuming you know the cost of the items.
But we both doing the same thing.
I read somewhere that the guy who was in charge of the accommodations in New York, essentially, he was an effect and he didn't see their calls. So when it was time for them to check in, when it was time for them to check in, they didn't. It's just a logistical, probably some sort of problem.
No, it's not, because if you have me booked at a particular hotel, guest house, Airbnb, and my name, you send confirmation codes. If it is done properly, you send identification for the people who are supposed to be logged in, especially when it's a large contingent like 27 people.
Mm-hmm.
So the person who organizes it necessarily have to be there. I went and treated you last month.
I agree with that, Paul.
You don't have to be the person who organized it wasn't there.
Yeah. I don't have to be there to welcome.
I don't have to be there. I could be in Africa. I could be on Mars.
Yeah.
If the arrangements are made properly. If the arrangements are made properly.
And that's it right there. If the arrangements were made.
I don't think that him being in effect is material in this. Yes, there may have been a problem, and he should have, out of courtesy, been there to check them in. Sorry.
Let me read this.
All right, we have a minute and a half, gentlemen. I just want to acknowledge Adrian Joseph. Good morning. Trinity in Boston. What's going on? And Deborah Graves. Good morning to you as well. All right. Watching us on our YouTube channel.
You know what I will say? Let me tell you what I will say before Derek and Lincoln add their pieces to close. The THA, because they agreed to underwrite $400,000 of taxpayers' money, because it's Farley money, as part of the cost of this trip, should have been also responsible for some level of due diligence to ensure that the money was spent where it was supposed to be spent.
Paul, I think Farley has hinted here what this thing is about, and I have hinted it too. Farley says, because, right, and I'm reading part of the paragraph, because what you have found is sometimes you give groups money and they don't go anywhere unless people actually attend. I read a lot between
and that's why there are checks and promissory notes, so there's accountability. Derek, your closing comments, please.
Yeah, I would say I think a lot of people are probably looking to the PDP and saying that this is the end, the beginning of the end. I think this is just maybe precedence in terms of the way they could say in the future that, well, we are not, from Watson Duke's perspective, I'm not willing, I will stand up for your benefit the people, even if I have to go against my own colleagues, or a coalition or whoever it is. I am on your side 100%, So I think that is really the precedence that's been set here now. They will sort themselves out, but come 2025, they'll look back at this as a positive.
Lincoln?
I also consider that, and I think it may be a strategy for what's just to gain more points for that very same purpose. Not because he genuinely feels that way, but it's more so of a strategy to make the people believe I am for the people, right? Which is a good strategy. I'm not going to think. Also, I wanted to say, Airbnbs, I've stayed on a million Airbnbs. There's either a lockbox or keypad to enter the building. So you don't need anybody to be there physically to open a door for you to get in. Right?
Or to have confirmation of booking.
Correct. All that is done online.
Well, you know who said that, right? You know who said the person was at a party? Is Wendell Allen Toppin say that, you know?
Who you don't trust.
Who should in the right mind should be?
Whom I also don't trust.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'll add
All
that
right.
much.
But Derek and Lincoln, thank you so much for joining us on Zoom link this morning. Ayana, thank you so much. Carol Guevara as well. Thank you so much for coming on our Zoom link this morning. We do it again next Friday, and for all those that send us message and watching us, good morning to you and thank you so much. This is where we're going to end our Zoom and YouTube channel. We, of course, you can listen to us on our app and smart devices.
Send all the invoices and you should have sent all the documentation for me to believe anything.
Yeah. All right, let's get into our news brief. All courtesy Sean for all the services.